Hey there, Teresa here, back with another video designed to support you to enjoy this holiday season and not have a hangover when it's done. And I'm talking a financial hangover, but also an energetic and emotional hangover. So in my last video, I talked about one of the underlying patterns and beliefs that can have us spend more money, time, energy, for during these holiday seasons than really is healthy for us and causes a headache and a financial hangover when the holidays are over. It's like, oh my gosh, why did I do that? Today, I want to introduce another one. And quite simply, it's guilt. Okay? There is a lot of guilt that people have around the holidays, thinking they should do this or shouldn't do that, or should do this or shouldn't do that. My coach taught me many years ago that anytime we're feeling guilt or guilty, it's pointing to an underlying belief we have, a perspective we have, conscious or subconscious, that whatever we're doing is bad or wrong. We shouldn't do it. Okay. Now, this shows up in how many people use their money around the holidays. They feel guilty not buying somebody a present. They buy somebody a present so that they don't feel guilty if they don't. Lots of guilt around what we say yes to and what we say no to. So in order to make healthy choices so you can enjoy the holidays, but not have that stress, that regret, that guilt when the holidays are over, and especially not have debt or big bills when the holidays are over, you need to pay attention and notice when you're feeling it, okay? And stop. Take a deep breath and begin to ask yourself some questions. Okay, I'm feeling guilty at the thought of not doing this. I'm feeling guilty at the thought of doing this either way. Well, so somehow I'm thinking that what I am going to do or am not going to do is bad or wrong, like I shouldn't do that. First question to ask, is that really true? One way to really see if that's really true, because we have a bit of a biased perception of ourselves, is to ask yourself, if my best friend or somebody I love and care about was going to take the exact same action, would I think it was bad or wrong if they took it? And if the answer is no, then it's not bad or wrong for you to take it either. At least be open to that possibility. Second question to ask is this idea that it's bad or wrong for me to do this thing, is that really based on who I am? Is that coming from honoring and trusting myself, what I know about myself, my own experience in life? Or is that a message I've heard from outside of me? Does it go back to something I learned when I was a kid? Is it based on what somebody else has said? Is it based on what other people are doing? Anytime we're going to do something based on those things and not because it's true and aligned with us, it honors us, danger zone. That's going to create some unnecessary scarcity. I guarantee it. It can be what has you buy more gifts than you can truly afford. It can be what has you do more things and make more commitments than what you really have the bandwidth and energy to do. Okay? So really pay attention and notice when you're feeling guilty. That guilt is, all emotions are valuable. Guilt isn't a bad emotion, okay? It's an emotion and it's giving you information. It's an invitation for you to look more closely at what's motivating you to take this action and what you're believing and or giving your power to. I know lots of people in the holidays who feel guilty because they don't do as much as everybody else does. What makes that bad or wrong? Is that what self-care looks like for you? Is that what actually allows you to enjoy this holiday season? I know lots of people who buy a lot of presents because they'd feel guilty if they didn't, even if they can't really afford those presents, and buying those presents is going to put them into debt, long-term or short-term. Is it really bad or wrong to say, no, I'm not going to spend that money on presents? These are the questions that you need to ask, not just during the holiday season. This is the deeper underlying stuff that we must learn to recognize, pay attention to, be conscious of, and respond to in healthy ways anytime when it comes to using our money, our time, and our energy in ways that are healthy, that support us to experience well-being. Here's the thing I know about every human being is when we honor and care for and trust ourselves, when we know that our worth is inherent and it's not based on how much we spend at the holidays or whether we do things everybody else does, but it's an internal guidance system. I know that when we're operating in that place of honoring ourselves and our worth, well, then ironically enough, we have so much more to give. Maybe not financially, but our very nature, being abundant, becomes about giving, whether that's greetings or hugs or presents or time and attention. It really is possible, my friend. If you pay attention to this pattern and get what it's teaching you, take healthy actions for you. No guilt necessary, not because of guilt either. You can enjoy these holiday seasons. You can be loving and caring of the people in your life. And you can begin the new year in a state of well-being and abundance, emotionally, energetically, and most of all, financially. And doesn't that sound like a great way to start a new year? Let me know your thoughts on this. Pop them into the comments. Do you see how guilt oftentimes motivates you to use your money, time, and energy in ways that really may not be honoring or healthy for you? If so, how can you use what I've shared in this video to do the holidays different this year? Heck, to do the rest of the year and next year differently as well. Love to hear your comments. Just write them in below.